Today I'm going to take you through a very, very important principle, and if you do not get this right, if you do not change this, you are going to struggle for years and years and years. So what is it? What is this thing? Do you want to know? Well, if you continue watching, I will tell you. Now, this thing is very, very important because what happens is it's everything that is happening is a direct reflection of this thing. This is called the mirror principle. Now, you really need to understand that everything is just a reflection of you. What you push onto everything else outside of you, you then see it. But most people don't have this awareness and they think it's the external world. But we have 4 planes of reality. We have the mental plane, we have the spiritual plane, we have the emotional plane, and then we have the physical plane. But all of them all lead to this one, and that one is the physical. So the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual lead to the physical. The physical is a reflection of those other 3, and that's the mirror principle. So our external world is a reflection of the internal world, the mental, emotional, and spiritual. So trying to change this world out here is very, very hard without changing the inside, because it's a mirror. It's like, imagine if you're standing in front of the mirror and you are looking at yourself and you want to maybe shave your beard and you're trying to shave the beard in the mirror. That's what most people do because they don't understand this. They're trying to change the reflection, they're trying to change the mirror without changing themselves first. Where if you do it the other way around, things happen quickly. I can tell you how quickly your life will shift. Throughout all our programs, guys shift beliefs, shift emotions, shift programs, and literally their life changes dramatically. I can tell you a quick story. There was a guy at one of our 3-day events who were working through some guilt. And when he was young, he was about 6 or 7, I think, his mum asked him, was doing something and they didn't have a whole lot of money. His mum said, you know, we're all giving our money to this, do you want to do it? And so he went, no, I don't want to. But in that moment, he felt guilty, and so he associated guilt with having money. Holding on to money meant he was guilty, or he felt guilt. So then he would never hold on to money, and he'd always sabotage it. In business success, he wouldn't go after the deals that he knew he had to. Literally, we worked through that. Within a couple of hours, he'd been trying to sell this caravan for 12 months. Within a couple of hours, someone just randomly called him up out of the blue, and that day they paid him full for the caravan. I think over 12 months he was trying to sell this for and hadn't heard anything. Literally, he changed the internal and the external changed. The mirror then changed, because the mirror example, he shaved his face and then the reflection changed. This is exactly how it happens so quickly. So if there's anything in your life, understand that this is just a reflection of what's going on through the mirror principle. Like, I didn't make this up. I'm just telling you this. I'm just being the messenger. But when you can understand this, you literally have the power to change anything. Now, when we talk about this and changing things, we also need to have an element of faith. You know, whether you're fearing something, you still have faith in that fear. Whether you fear something or whether you faith something, it's both the unknown that you can't see. Faith is, you know, you have faith that something's going to happen and you want to go down this path and something that it's good. But then we hold fear of something that we don't want to happen, and we fear this is happening, but we still have faith in that. That's still faith. It's both the same thing, just a different label, and probably because one's we class as good and one we class as bad. So understand that what you want to change, you then have a level of faith in changing that, because then the universe needs time to catch up. They say things can happen instantly and quickly, like that story I just told you with the guilt and one of our clients in our events. But otherwise, things can take 6 to 8 weeks to show up, to go from the non-physical to the physical from those other 3 planes. So when you understand that, you just have a bit of faith of like, okay, I feel different, I changed. Now I just need to see the mirror effect in play. And you can start playing with this. For example, lately I'm like, there's a miracle happening. What's my miracle gonna be? And I'm like, what's this miracle? There's gonna be a miracle that happens in 24 hours. And I'm like looking for this miracle, and I play with it, and I'm like, because I'm putting out that energy, that I'm shifting my beliefs around, the miracles are coming. I'm not living in a place of lack, I'm like, what's next? What's miracles? And literally they're showing up. It's an amazing game to play. When you master the rules to this game, you can then master the game, but you can't master the game if you don't master the rules. Mirror principle is one of the rules. So when you master that, you can master this game. This can also show up in relationships and with people as well. You know, it's like sometimes the things that we repress or suppress, we project onto everyone else. So the mirror is showing us our things that we have disowned. For example, if you're someone who is like, anger's not good, can't be angry, and you suppress your anger and you believe it's not good, you're going to be suppressing it. But through the mirror principle, it's going to get mirrored onto someone else, and so your suppressed anger will be like a double dose to someone else's anger. So they might look extra angry. So you may be very calm, but you may see lots of people who are angry around you. It's because of your suppressed stuff. Also, the traits and the behaviors and the actions that we don't want to own or we disown, and we're like, I would never do that, I would never be like that. I guarantee you, if you look harder, you will find times that you have. But if you look and you suppress that part and disown that part, through the mirror principle, you're going to mirror that onto everyone else in the world and everything in the world. To give you a quick little analogy, you know, if you're running late and all of a sudden you're like rushing through traffic and you get a red light and you're like, but it's just a red light. It's not, the red light isn't anything, but your frustration gets mirrored onto the red light, and then we think it's the red light, but it's not the red light. It's in the same way, you know, if you've got plenty of time and you're just going for a Sunday drive and you've got your partner or your kids or you've got someone in the car with you and you're just having a good time, you're laughing and you see a red light and you just put on the brake and you
turn this boat around immediately.
Right away, ma'am.
just stop at the light and it's nothing, you know, exactly the same situation. The only thing that's changed is you and your internal state that you mirror onto the external world. So one thing that I like to say with everything is the external is the solution, it's not the problem. So if you perceive that you have a problem in your life externally, I want you to think about this concept that that's not the problem, that's showing me the solution. What is the solution to this problem? And when you can find that, you can then go within and go, what is the mirror that I am pushing out? What is this reflecting in me? We don't get what we want in life, we get what we are mirroring out into the world. And so this is a really, really important key to get. And that's why if you don't master this, you're going to be struggling. You're going to try and change the external world for your whole life, and you never will, because you haven't changed. When you change, the world around you changes. And it's the mirror principle in effect. So if you have any questions on this, if this made sense, if any light bulbs went off, I'd love to hear it. It's been a pleasure presenting this to you. As always, stay tuned. Same time every Thursday night, 6 p.m. we put one of these out. So drop a comment if you liked it. Give me some thumbs up. If you didn't like it, tell me as well, some feedback, so I can help make this better and make videos for you. If you would like me to talk about something or to help you in something, just, you know, put a comment and I can do a video on that. Inside of the description too, there'll be some events and some programs and stuff coming up. So if you want to join one of them, click on the links and we'll hopefully see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe and join this channel and share it with someone that you need to. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.